Hey, my people, it's High Priestess CreoleQueen. It's the witching hour, and I'm feeling witchy. And today I'm going to talk to you about love. That's right. And I wouldn't call myself a love expert. No, no, not a love expert. I attract love. I'm very powerful when it comes to love spells, doing love spells, and I do very well with that. But I wouldn't say that, I have it all figured out when it comes to matters of the heart. And when deciding to um to manifest into your life, um, when it comes to love, you know, I think it's very important for us to not have false expectations of the future. You see, because love makes people crazy. That's right. Most people who are in love seem to lose all sense of reality. People have a hard time determining facts from fiction. I also have that problem. Yeah. Because, see, Pisces is prone to chasing fantasies. What can I say? I love fantasy. I love fantasy. You know, what is it about our discernment? It just goes completely out the window. And please excuse the noise. They got people working outside. But you know, like I said, discernment goes completely out the window, and we like to invent stories that aren't true in our heads. We just make it up. We do it all the time. You do it, I do it, you know. For example, you can't expect to have a stronger love, a deeper commitment, and marriage if that person's motives and intentions is purely selfish. They're not thinking about you. They don't really care about making you a priority. And that's real shit. That person is only thinking of how they can please themselves. They are consumed with other things and other people, and they're only thinking about, you know, well, they're not thinking about you. They're thinking about using you. They're thinking about how you can benefit them, but they're not thinking about making you a priority. They're not thinking about what's going on with you. They're not concerned about your fucking problems, you know. And that's the type of person that you don't want to be with. Love, marriage, commitment, it's not wrong for you to desire those things. You know, it's not wrong. But the problem is who we choose. It's who you are choosing to be with. You know, the person that you are trying to be with, do they really want the same things that you want for your life? And out of all the fishes in the sea, you have a choice of who to be with. And I find that many choose relationships that are toxic to their emotional health, you know, mainly because they are insecure within themselves, insecure and vulnerable to people who will take advantage of them, you know. And we are so desperate for affection and attention. Not only that, but we might be so vulnerable that we make poor choices when it comes to love, you know. And the remedy for this is self love and self acceptance. That's right. You focus on you, you love yourself, you heal yourself before jumping into relationship after relationship. Figure out why you are attracting these types of people into your life. Why? What is it about you? What is it about you? You know? Because there's a reason why we attract these certain types of people into our life. You know, because like attracts like. Pain attracts pain. Weakness, vulnerability will attract weakness. You know, if you are a vulnerable person, if you are a woman who is vulnerable, if you are a man who is vulnerable, you're gonna attract weakness. So that's why you need to be healed, whole, complete, all by yourself before you even jump into a relationship. And if you are already in a relationship and you don't feel whole and complete, you know, it's important for you to get that, because at that point, the relationship will become unhealthy because it takes two whole people, two people who, you might not have it all together. Everybody don't have all their shit together, but if you're healed and he's healed, you know, that's a beautiful thing. And you come together and it's a beautiful thing. It really is. But when you wounded and broken and the other person is wounded and broken, that's why we have all of these problems, you know. So if you are experiencing a string of bad relationships, you need to look within yourself and find out why. Are you hurting? Have you experienced some things that have left you feeling vulnerable? You know, at that time, you know, look around you. Look at who is around you, because these people are feeding off of your pain. They are. They're feeding off of it. Actually, they enjoy the fact that you are hurting, vulnerable. You know, they see that weakness. Okay? So then you take that time to love yourself and heal yourself before going and doing a love working. You know, you doing a love working back to back. First you was doing a love working for one person, and then you lose focus off of that, and then you go on to the next one. You don't see a problem here. You got to give yourself some time. Okay? Also, if you're putting out intentions to attract love into your life, you don't lose focus and still expect for your love spell to work. Okay, if you start focusing on somebody else, you working against your own spell. You hindering yourself. You know, you need to stay focused until you seal the deal. Stay focused until you seal the deal. Stay focused on the prize until you get what you want. You know, a lot of people give up before they even have a chance to see it through, you know, and why is that? That's because you weren't really in love with that person to begin with. It's true. You are in love with the feeling of being in love. People just be in love with love. Just like, you know, they just want to get married just to have a wedding. You know, that's crazy. Spend all that money on a wedding and then a month later the marriage is going to shit. Why? Why? Sometimes it's best to just be single sometimes. hmm So once the thrill is gone, you just move on to the next one, you know. But see, that's because you don't have what it takes within. You don't have what it takes within yourself to really see that shit through. And we got to be honest with ourselves, you know. Everybody is not cut out for that. If you know you're just going to destroy somebody's life, then don't fuck with it. Leave it alone. So, you know, you get scared once shit gets real. Your motives and your intentions are selfish. And it's not wrong to be selfish, you know, to each his own. Everybody is not cut out to have, you know, have a partner to become one with somebody. Everybody is not cut out for that. It's not for everybody, you know. But you are seeking attention and affection from somebody when you should be loving yourself, healing yourself, you know. Love is a choice. We could choose who to love, we could choose when to fall in love. And also, love is an action. You know, it's something that we do. Attracting a new love could be a very exciting time. It could also be a very confusing time and uncomfortable. And that's because it's, you know, it's full of fear and anxiety. And that fear and that anxiety is not real, but we respond to it like it's real. And that's the problem, you know, because people who are in love are crazy because they are fucking scared. They scared, they panic. And that's some real shit. These people that come to me, they are in panic mode. You know, you feel insecure, you doubt yourself, you doubt how he feels about you or how she feels about you. You're not thinking clearly. You're not calm because you're emotional, and then you know you panic because you don't hear from them. You panic because you know you don't know what they're thinking. You panic because they stop liking and commenting on your shit. You don't know what to expect. You don't know. You just, what do? You make assumptions. You make assumptions and you back off and you start distancing yourself. And you might even start focusing on somebody else or something else because you got scared. It's all right. You could admit it. You know you did. You got scared, whether you want to admit that or not. And that's when things become dangerous because, see, then you risk making them feel rejected. They feel rejected and they will back off because they will assume that you have lost interest. And then you lose. You lose. So when doing love workings, you need to understand that fear and panic and anxiety will only work against you. It will only hinder what you are trying to manifest. And you won't get the results that you're seeking because you acting crazy. Cut it out. Cut that shit out. Don't doubt. Doubt is the enemy, the main enemy to spell casting. Doubt. Faith without works is dead. You got to do the work. You got to put in the work, you know? And on another note, hold up, one second. So, on another note, learn to keep your heart. Learn to keep your heart. You know, we got to learn to not be so gullible. Don't be so easy and open about your life. And learn how not to be manipulated by people. You know, I've had to learn some hard lessons about that. And I must say, it has made me a bit colder, a bit darker. I'm not as nice as I was because people take kindness as weakness. You know, they see that you're so kind, you're so easy, so easygoing, so open about your life, your open book, but they don't tell you shit about themselves. They don't tell you much about themselves. That's a sign that something ain't quite right. So if I say that I love you, my actions will prove to you that I care. My actions will prove that I care. But if they only say that they care, they only say that they care, but they never show you that they care, that means that they're full of shit. And you can bet on that. No, you're not crazy. Your mind is not playing tricks on you. If you feel it, it's real. Pay attention to your feelings. Pay attention to what feels right to you. Okay? They full of shit. Also, if they show you that they care, but they're also seeking something from you in return or acting as if you owe them something, that shit ain't real. You know, because sometimes people will only do something for you to see what they could get out of you. And I tell you this as this is a reminder to myself. Actions, actions, actions always, always speak louder than words ever will. Ever. So stop listening to these sweet, smooth talkers. I don't listen to that shit. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Put them to the test. Watch their actions. If they real, they'll stick around. If all they want to do is mind fuck you, mind fuck you, mess with your head, play with your feelings, and lead you on, they're not serious. And you deserve better. You deserve better. So it's up to you to make better choices for yourself. You know, you can't be mad at them for not feeling the same way that you feel. You can't make them love you, because they're selfish. They're only thinking about themselves. There's no way. Yes, 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 you are a wonderful person. Yes. And they should love you. They should care. But they don't. So forget it. Forget about that shit. Forget it. Let go and find somebody else who would be more suitable for you. You know, don't get caught up in the illusion of being in love with a person who don't feel the same way that you do, because you will only end up getting hurt. You know, and that's real shit. One thing about me is that I'm not always right, but I'm always real. You know, so I'm gonna leave you with that. Leave you with those thoughts. Think about it. Think about it. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.